Okay, cool. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a late night recording. Well, it's almost 12. Late night episode of the podcast. Most of us are eating something, or at least half of us are now. I think, Jenny, you finished your banana?
No, I'm still eating it.
There you go. Jenny's eating her banana. I'm eating my applesauce. And Matsute's eating something else. You eating pizza? Elite. And then Jesus is here because he's a cool guy. He's not eating anything.
Oh, I don't have my cool guy hat.
You have a cool hat? Oh, you have one, really?
It literally says cool guy.
Yo, bro, wear that to Cali.
If I can find it.
You wear that one, and I'll wear my new red hat.
Do it.
Just kidding.
Please don't.
I'm not.
You're gonna get
I'm gonna get jumped.
rocks will be thrown at you. Exactly.
It's cool. I'm built different. But today, speaking about doing something stupid, today's episode is gonna be fun, hopefully, and we can all have a good laugh, or we can all get tight together. Today's is just all about stupid experiences we've had at work, or it could even be at school, bro. But I think school has way too many. That could be its own like little episode. But I guess we can do work. Yeah. I don't want to start first.
What? May I come in?
She could come in. She could come in. All right, we got a special visitor, but we can't hear anything. Yeah. So this one's just about what dumb experiences. And Jesus, you told me that you had a lot of stories. So I'm gonna let you start it off with.
Oh damn! Nah,
No,
you go first. I'm good.
Well, yeah, I'm the host, but no, you guys are my co-hosts. So
I thought we were guests.
no, you guys are co-hosts. You guys are just as part of this as I am. You guys aren't guests. You guys are equal here, of course. So go for it, Jeeves. You can go first.
I don't know where to choose from. There's like 50 of them.
Or choose the most recent one.
I don't have any most recent.
Okay, fuck you then.
Okay, I'll tell them.
Why don't you give us a prompt?
Yeah,
Like something to think about.
I don't know. I guess a time that like made you think like, wow, there's really stupid people in the world that really believe this kind of shit.
that could be like.
Is it like does it have to be stupid or can it be like awkward?
It could be awkward. It could be just.
I have a couple of those.
Go for it. You can start if you want.
Oh sure. Hold on, let me pause this. So basically, I think this was like the second year I was working at where I'm currently working.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the teachers, I'm really cool with most of the teachers, but I was really close to this one teacher who doesn't work there anymore, but she was, pretty chill.
Right.
And this was like when I was single.
Oh, nice.
And she didn't text me. She called me into her room like, okay, cool, because I needed to fix something. And so while I was fixing it, she was like, "You're really cute." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Like I was like, it's just a compliment, whatever. And she's like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And I'm like, "No, not currently." And she's like, "Are you looking for one?" I'm like, "No, not really," because I wasn't. And then she's like, "Do you want me to hook you up with my sister?" And I literally stopped what I was doing, and I looked straight at the screen, and I'm like, "No, I think I'm good." My voice cracking exactly like that. And then she's like, "You sure?" She's really cool, and I think she'll be like, you two will be like a great pair. And I'm just like, "No, I don't. I'm okay, thank you."
Did that offer ever come up after again, or did she just leave you alone? That was the end of it?
She kept bothering me about it. She's like, "You sure you don't want to go out with my sister? She's still single." And I'm just like, "No, I'm good."
Did you ever see your sister?
No, thankfully no, because then that would have been a really awkward experience, considering how the teacher was really open about like how she spoke about things.
Yeah.
She's even more blunt than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I ever met her sister, she'd probably be like, "Yeah, this is the guy I wanted to hook up with." I'm just like,
ooh.
Like,
why'd you put me in this position type shit?
Exactly.
But you never saw any pictures of her either?
No, she wanted to show me. I'm just like, "No, I'm okay."
Damn. You should have. Okay, well.
I don't know the fuck.
All right,
Hey, isn't that like the story Yeah, isn't that compared to a story that you had, Diego, where at your job someone asked you out?
Oh, yo.
That was a dude.
Oh my god. Yo, yeah, facts, yeah. So look at bro, this was years ago. I think I was still underage. Real shit. I think I was still underage or I had just probably turned 17. This was a while ago. I was still a busboy. So I was still I had to be younger than 18. So I was either 17 or 16. And this big guy, muscular, bro. That's what made it scarier. I'm tiny, bro. Look how like fucking skinny I am, you know? I'm tiny. But this big muscular dude whose hair was mad weird. He was bald everywhere and he had just like this of hair. And tiny ass ponytail in the back. It was like really, really weird. But he was like, I was just doing my shit. I was just working. And then he stops me like, hey, can I ask you something? I was like, yeah, sure. Like, what's up? You know, I thought it was like a work related question, thinking, oh, like, what's going on with this or that? And then I'm like, sure, what can I help you with? He's like, you mind if I get your number? I was like, nah. Nah, dude, I don't roll that way. My bad. He's like, oh, okay, sorry. And I walked away and I did not come back to that table. I was scared. But this man random, bro. One, I think I'm still underage. Two, bro, you big. You're a muscular guy, bro. You know. You know.
And 3, you're not gay.
And 3, I'm not gay, but like.
I mean, but think about it like this. If you played your cards right, you could have probably had a sugar daddy and you would actually be at the beach right now.
He is at the beach.
I am at the beach, bro. I'm recording live from my beach house.
I mean, I guess now we know where the money's coming from.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I'm in Sydney, Australia right now, bro. At the beach. Just relaxing while you guys are all in New York City.
Talking about.
Hmm?
I don't live in New York City.
Oh, my bad. You're in the Bronx.
Still.
No, man, I live in Queens.
Oh, so Jamaica?
Yeah.
All right, totally.
Jamaica Heights.
I've been there, I think, one time. I did not like it. I think that was, I forgot I know this was recent. What about you, Jeebus? You had any awkward things at work?
Stories?
Awkward stories.
I can't remember the top of my head.
From Taco Bell, from Toys R Us.
I don't know about awkward, but I know a funny story.
Hit me.
All right, so I think I told you guys this before. But one time I came in, I started at 5, right? And I didn't care about the job, so I would go in late. I get there at 5:30, and when I got there at 5:30, my boss is like, "Jesus, you're late. Get in, sign up, get your shift done." And then as soon as I walk in, this lady, she comes in, and I'm like, "Oh no, I know where this is gonna lead into. It's kind of trouble." So then, you know, I get ready, I punch in my number, and then before I ring her up, she looks at me, and I already have that feeling that this is not gonna end well.
Yeah.
So I'm taking her order, and she's like, "Yeah, can I get like 12 tacos? You know, I want with meat instead of chicken." I'm like, "They already come with meat. They come with beef instead of chicken." They're like, "Yeah, that's what I asked." I was like, "That's what I'm telling you." And then she's like, "Okay, cool, yeah. And then can I get a number? I don't remember exact order, but let me get a number 5, but with chicken." And then my favorite, she's like, "But," she looks me dead in the eye and she goes, "But remember, no salad." I'm like, "We don't serve salad, so okay, you're good." The only salad we have is number 12 or something.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, no salad." I'm like, "Okay, no salad." and then one of the managers, you know how they're Mexican and they understand English, but they don't speak English. So he looks at me and I look at him, and then he goes, "No salad." I'm like, "Yeah, no salad." He's like, okay, I'm just gonna make it how it is. And then I look at them, and then they make it. You can see like when you make your taco, they make their tacos. They they do it in front of you because there's like a clear glass window
Oh,
you can
okay.
look through.
Nice.
So it's kind of like, you get to see what they put inside your thing.
Yeah.
So they're doing that. They put the beef, and the lady is like that. She's like this, like, yeah, right. And she's there.
So
and
proud
then,
of her tacos.
yeah, and then the line cooks, they grab the lettuce, and she just stops. She goes, I said no salad. And then and they're like, okay, sorry. We finally they finally understood what she meant. No salad. She meant no lettuce.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
And then she's like, no. They're like, oh, okay, no lettuce. And then they're like, they made one. They made like all her meals on her tacos. Then she gets her food, and she starts digging through it just to make sure everything's correct.
There's no
But then-
salad.
Yeah, and then her other order where she's like, yeah, the number 7 with no whatever. It had lettuce. She
Uh-oh.
looked at it. She looked at the cooks, looked at me, and then I'm like, oh no. And then she looked like she was gonna go. She was coming my direction. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'm just
Nice.
there, like I'm standing up, and I'm just watching to the side like this. Like, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be funny. She gets up. She looks at the line cooks, and there's like a glass wall, so you're safe.
Yeah.
But she grabs it and she throws it. She throws it
Oh
at
my
the
god.
at the wall, and then she just starts yelling, "No salad! I told you guys, no salad!"
Jeez.
And then I'm like, "Ooh, you know what? Maybe it's a good time I say bye."
I quit.
Yeah, I
out.
didn't quit, but it was almost there. I was almost there.
Yeah.
So she throws her little fit, and then the manager comes out, and he goes, "¿Qué pasó?" I'm like, I'm like, she said no salad. I didn't know what that means. The cooks didn't know what that means. I tried to clarify with the cooks and to her what it means. We found out that means no lettuce. She could have just said no lettuce.
Yeah.
You're like, we're thinking, oh, she wants no salad, but we don't serve salads. And then he's like, okay, so then why she throw it? Because she's white, Sorry if you're white, but if you're out there listening and you're white, y'all people are crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's just a taco. Damn.
It
Yeah.
is just a taco.
She throws her fit, and then the manager's like, okay, we'll remake your food and you can be on your way. And she's like, no, I want my money back and all this. And then we're like, no, just take the tacos. She's like, no, I'm gonna call corporate. And then they're like, okay. And then she leaves with her food, with whatever she has left. She storms out, and then I look at the manager. He looks at me. I start laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, this lady crazy. And he goes, see.
This was in the Heights, right?
Yo, this was Washington Heights.
Yo, the Heights is crazy, bro.
okay.
There's so many crackheads over there. Like,
Oh man, one time I was cleaning the bathroom. And I used to love cleaning the bathroom. Only
yeah.
because it was like I could take my time
Oh, you were just chill.
and I could just
Mhm.
So I'd have my phone, headphones, all the equipment you need to clean a bathroom.
Mhm.
Like I'd clean it. I'd clean like a spot for me. So like, I don't get dirty. Clean that spot, and for half an hour I'm just on my phone. Just
Nice.
watching a YouTube video or doing whatever. And then like I'm like, you know what? I slowly clean everything.
Mhm.
And then one time I was cleaning and I found like a couple syringes of heroin.
Shit. Like,
Oh
whole?
no.
Like, there was still heroin in there?
Yeah, they're like, I was like, oh no. That was the second reason. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to quit.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yikes.
And then one of my favorite stories, I actually remember now. Okay, sorry, it's I have a bunch of stories. Yeah, okay. So this another time, I think this was like maybe 2 weeks, two weeks or a month before I quit.
Yeah.
I go into work And it was one of those days where I just did not care.
Yeah, you were just like,
It was
fuck
like,
it.
I'm here only because I need to work. And it was payday, so
Nice.
I'm here to go. I'm here to get the bag.
Secure the bag.
Yeah. And then I was like, I walk in, a couple hours go by, but they're slow hours.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You ever had those slow hours where it's like
Today,
hour feels
dude.
like a minute? Oh no.
A minute feels like an hour.
Like an hour, and then you're just like, ugh. And then my feet were hurting. I'm like, dude, I really don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But it was like early. It was like maybe 6 in the afternoon.
What time would you usually get out?
Oh, like 2, 3 in the morning.
Jeez.
Oh, gross.
And in the heights.
Oh, yo, I start at
How old
I would
were
start
you?
at 5. How old was I? Was like 17, 18.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I would start at 5 p.m. I'd be off the clock at like 11 because that's when we closed. But then it became the summertime, so they're like, oh, we're gonna extend the hours to like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then once you close, then you have to clean. You have to clean all the equipment. You have to do all this.
Yeah.
Like, so that takes like another hour. And next thing you know, by the time I'm done, we're like fully closed. We're all ready to leave. I hop on the train and I get home. It's like 5 in the morning.
Yikes.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So I got into work that one day, and it was like I was waiting for it. I was like, something's gonna happen that's gonna get me mad, and when it does, I'm gonna be upset. And it happened. This one guy comes in. He starts complaining about his order. I wasn't even the one who took them. I was just standing there taking other people. The guy next to me, he was taking their orders. He was a new guy. We were training him, but I guess he messed up.
Yeah.
Somehow. And then the guy comes up to me. He's like, "Yeah, you guys fucked up my order." And then I'm like, "Okay, what happened? What went wrong?" He starts reading off all his like, "I asked for this and this and this, but you gave me this and this and this." I was like, "I took that order for you." He goes, "Yeah." I'm like,
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I know the people I took the orders of. I even have all the receipts like right in front of me.
Yeah.
And then he's like, nah, you took my order. I'm like, I really didn't. And then he's like, and he got mad, and he's like, let me speak to your manager. He goes, you know what? No, better yet, I'm gonna call corporate and complain. I was like, okay. He's like, what's your name? I'm like, my name? He goes, yeah. Oh yeah, my name's Jose. He's like, what days do you work here? I'm like, I'm usually here Mondays, Thursdays, sometimes Fridays. I only work on the weekends.
Yeah.
So he goes, all right. He's like, you're about to like be looking for a job real soon. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you're doing me a favor at this point. He goes, I really don't like your attitude. I was like, I really don't like your attitude. I'm literally just telling you straight up. He's like, nah. This is it. Get ready. And I was like, all right. And I'm just there standing. And then the manager comes, he starts speaking to him, and then the manager's like, you should be nicer. I was like, I don't know about that. He gave me an attitude, so I'll give him one back.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's like, no, yeah, I understand, but this is also a restaurant. I was like, no, yeah, I understand, but I didn't start it. It wasn't my fault. If anything, he says I took his order. I didn't. I know he took his order. He even said he took his order. But I'm like, yeah, he's a new guy. I'll take the blame. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then yeah, he got his food ready ready to go. He leaves. He looks at me. Cause like the register is where, let's say I'm the register, right?
Yeah.
The way I'm looking towards you guys is the way you're looking at me is you're the customer and I'm the register, right?
Okay.
And then to my left is a glass door where you can see the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
and the door is like a couple feet forward from where I am to the left. So as the guy leaves, he looks at me, flicks me off, and then I look at him and I just wave. And that was it. He leaves.
So
He never came back.
stupid. That's so dumb.
People are
How
stupid.
old is he?
You look 30. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Bro, how you 30-year-old fighting with an 18-year-old about your food?
Food, dude.
That's so stupid, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like,
But
no,
there are some cool people though. There's some cool people.
yeah, like in there, like, what happened?
You get to meet locals in the area, and then the more they come in, you're like,
You get to know their stories.
yeah, you get to know
Oh
who
my
they are.
god. Yes. Even like sometimes artists come by. Have you guys ever had like famous people go to your jobs?
Bro, I had Chris Hansen at my job 2 weeks ago
What
Really?
is that?
from Dateline To Catch a Predator.
Are you the predator?
No, I hope not.
Yo.
Bro, he sat with the owner's son, and the porn star sat with them too.
Wow.
I don't know the name of the porn star.
Porn star.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the porn star. They told me, but I don't know the name. But apparently, she does MILF videos. She's that MILF that you see in every video. I'm like, I don't know, dude. That's not the kind of thing I'm into.
Thanks.
But she was very nice. She was very, very nice. Chris Hansen came in, and I couldn't recognize them. But they sat like in a corner table where nobody could really see them, which is pretty smart. I didn't think about that. But I'm like, that's weird. Why are they sitting all the way over there? They never sit there. But they were very chill people. Yeah, I think. Oh, and then I like Jenny. You were there for that where Charlie Caruso from WWE was there.
Mm-hmm.
She was real cute. I got them shots. I would have drank with them, but I'm on the clock. I only drink with my girlfriend Jamie. But that's for a different story.
Jamie, if you're listening to this,
Jamie, if you listen to this,
I
I'll miss you.
ask you out.
You said you'd come back.
One day.
They
She
always
said 3
say
weeks
that.
from now. It's been a month and a half.
Keep adding 3 weeks. She'll come in 3 weeks. Add 3 more weeks. And
Every
then
time
when she does come, he'll be like, I'm waiting for you for 3 weeks.
I'll tell her that. Like, yes, you said you'd be back in 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. You keep your promises, don't you? Maybe she'll miss me. Nah, but like, I'm just fucking around. Yeah, artist-wise, I haven't. Jenny, what about you? I know, I know it's definitely more because you had a real job.
I mean,
Corporate.
okay,
Corporate job.
I had a corporate job, yeah. But this was I'm gonna talk about the time when I was working at a Korean skincare
Oh yeah, I forgot.
hair store on 14th Street, a Nature Republic.
Facts.
Okay, so let's see how many people. I've seen that lady, not to be racist or anything, but the Asian lady from Orange is the New Black. She like passed by, and
Oh,
I asked her
shit.
if she wanted a sample, and then she was like, "No," and then she kept walking away.
That
It was
aggressive?
funny. She was like, "No," and then she like walked away. I was
Sheesh.
like, "Okay, I just wanted to give you a sample."
It's free.
Exactly. And then that lady, was it Alicia Keys, right? The one that sings No
No
One.
way.
Yeah, she came into the store and then she like roamed around a little bit, and then I was like she purchased her stuff, and then like again I was a sample girl, so I was like, "Here you go, here are your samples," and then she like grabbed them and then she left.
Was she
I was
cool?
like, yeah, she was nice. She
That's
was a nice
nice.
lady. Yeah, those were the only 2 people I saw during my time there. But I mean, I don't know. It's always something cool because you're just like, wow, they're really just like normal people.
Yeah. I was reading actually today that this girl turned away Adam Sandler at an IHOP, but she didn't know that it was. You read that too? I didn't.
Saw
she
the
didn't-
video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she didn't know that it was him because they had a mask on. He had his
That looks just
hoodie.
like him.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's a 30-minute wait to sit down at IHOP. So he's like, okay, and he left, and then she didn't realize that it was Adam Sandler. But Adam Sandler obviously he wasn't like, you know who I am? Hey, I'm Adam. Like no,
Yeah.
like he was just very like he just left. I'm sure like he wasn't like bitchy about it.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. That was pretty funny though. I'm like, damn, I'd be tight if I turned away Adam Sandler.
I love Adam Sandler.
He's funny.
Love his movies. His movies are fun.
You saw Jack and Jill?
He's the one with Jennifer Aniston, right? Where he appears a lot with Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston and Drew Barrymore.
Mm.
I'm not an actor guy, but
See,
Yeah.
that's gonna be you when you blow up.
if I blow up, I'll be lit. That's gonna be so cool. Oh my God, is that Direz?
God, can I get your autograph?
Oh yeah, es ese que canta
Direz in
Valerie.
the area.
I'm gonna get in your area tatted here in a couple of
Yo,
days.
do it. You do it. I do it.
Stupid.
Jesus, you know I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Jesus, you're stupid. Don't no.
Jesus, you
don't
know I'm
do
getting
that.
in your area tatted. You know I am.
I'll do it if he does it.
I'm getting it in Korean though.
They won't know what the difference is unless a Korean comes up to you like, what does it say in your area?
Facts. All right, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it anyway.
Ooh.
Near your weenus,
No, not my weenus, right above my elbow. Not here.
right
this
above
mic.
your weenus.
Right above my weenus. I'm gonna get it right here. Right there. I'm gonna get two in your area and then ditto tattooed here. I don't know. I will see what I don't want to spend too much time getting tattoos. You know, we're not going for tattoos, we're going to explore. But yeah,
I have another story.
go for it.
Okay, this was my first job at Toys R Us years ago, right? Okay, I think it was during the holiday season. It was Black Friday. I got hired as those seasonal employees, and it's the one here that's close in nearby. And then I'm like, one day I'm just first job, happy, I'm finally making money.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yes, money. And then I was like, oh, I'm making $7 an hour. I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff with my money. And then I got in, and then I was like, retail jobs are disgusting, especially during the holiday season. Jesus, dude. Okay, I was working during maybe 3 days before Black Friday, right? And my job was there was a team of us, but someone would always call out, so we would be short staffed. Nobody would want to come in, and so I'd leave a couple areas to myself. I had boys section, board game section, and part of girls section to myself.
Oh,
Mind you, that's
it's a lot.
a third.
That's a
That's
lot
a
of
third of the
aisles.
store.
If I remember exactly how it was, that's a lot.
It's basically from when how when you walked in, there's that video game section. From the end of the video game section
Oh, okay.
is where the
Yeah.
boys' toys start,
Mm-hmm.
right? All the way to the back of the store,
Yeah.
where the
That's a lot. Oh yeah.
the little baby stuff is.
Like the little
I had to take care of
plushies and everything.
Yeah. I had
Yeah.
to take care of all of that by myself.
Sheesh.
And
How
This
old
is
were
not-
you at this time?
17?
Oh,
I must have
much
seen him around there.
responsibility.
I must have seen him around there once or twice because
Probably.
I was there so often and I was always near the boy. They knew all there, where the Legos were at.
Probably. Maybe we ran into each other. I don't
We
know.
probably did.
Sometime.
The story's
I
probably about
remember-
me.
I remember that, right? There was that. I had all that section to myself. And and then one time I was like, damn, I'm really bored. I really have nothing to do.
Mhm.
So, but I had a lot of stuff to do. It was one of those things where I just didn't want to do the work, but I had stuff to do. But I didn't want to do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to clean. So I go from the boy section to the back of the store and I start reorganizing everything, make it look nice and presentable. And by the time I finished a section, I moved on. When I got to the last section, the back of the thing, I'm like, damn, I'm so proud of myself. I really just went from the front all the way to the back and cleaned up everything in 2 hours.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, I have we used to have shopping carts, so we would pick up toys and stuff that are in different aisles.
Yeah.
I'm over there with my shopping cart like this, speeding through. I'm like, hey, excuse me, I gotta make through.
Yeah.
There's a huge line. and I get to the boys section, specifically, it was the Pokemon, and then
That part was always a mess.
and the WWE thing.
Yeah.
And I look at it,
that.
and I was like, my face was like, really?
Yeah.
Because I took a before
Mm-hmm.
and after pic, and I showed it
Oh,
to Manji and all the other guys. I was like, yo, and then you know, come back, and the after pic was like basically the before pic.
Yeah.
I got back there, everything's on the floor. I'm like, okay,
Fuck this.
yeah. Yeah.
People messy, bro. I remember that. But I don't think anything can compare to Marshall's. I feel like Marshall's like organization thing is crazy.
Dude, I should ask my sister.
Get her on the
She should be
podcast.
featured.
Get her on the podcast. We gotta find out how Marshall's is. My mom wanted to work there. I'm like, Mom, don't. No.
It's not.
You're gonna put yourself through hell doing that.
Don't work in northern in that area. That thing
In
is
Northern. Nice. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
You know that
Laughing?
you know that apparently if someone shoplifts from like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or what is it, Home Goods, like they can't call the cops on them.
Why?
I don't know why. Like they're supposedly like I don't know, like I guess like the stuff that they are selling is already gifted, so it really doesn't belong to them or something. Or maybe I'm just making shit up.
Very interesting, Jen. You know a little too much about this.
yeah, you shoplift.
You shoplift? Bro?
No, never. Oh, unless I was like 5, and then I would go to like Rite Aid, and my mom told me that like when I got out of Rite Aid, I had a lot of like clear nail polishes, so I was a useless shoplifter. No.
She was like, Mom, look what I have. My brother, I remember he shoplifted by accident from Rite Aid. He was like what, maybe like 5, 6. We walked in and he had 2 Hot Wheels toys in his hands. We walked out, no one noticed, but he had them in his hands. And until we got home, he's like, "Oh, look what I have in my hands." And my dad was like, "What the hell? I didn't buy that for you." He's like, "Oh, I forgot to put them back." I still have the Hot Wheels. They're somewhere back there. I got a Cadillac
Oh
from
my
there.
god.
So it's one of my favorite cars.
You gotta return it.
Yeah, like what, 10 years later? Hey, a couple years ago, I
Yeah.
took this car from you. Nah, that car
You
is
should
beat
try.
already.
Let's see if they actually take it back.
No, I want it. I like it. What if they do take it back?
And just rebuy it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Pay the $3 it costs.
That's crazy. How much used to cost $1? Now they're like $1.50, $1.29.
Damn, that's expensive.
That's why I go and buy them at Target or Walmart. They're 97 cents there.
Mhm.
That's what, you know what? Instead of collecting Pokemon, I'm gonna start collecting Hot Wheels again.
Do it.
Okay, Oddish.
Is that a radish?
Oddish. Oh, you're right. Maybe that's why. It's called Oddish, but it looks like a radish.
No,
Yeah.
Isn't,
A purple one.
isn't,
It's
isn't
a plant.
radishes blue? I mean,
Radishes
green,
are red.
Red?
Yeah, but
Blue, green, red. Yeah,
maybe that's why he's an odd radish. Oddish.
exactly.
I don't know. I would call it an odd radish because it's alive.
Nah, that's facts,
Well, that's true.
bro. But I had this story. Well, it's not even a story, dude. It's just what happens at the restaurant. Like you think people are know or they're cultured or somehow. But when they've asked me like for a fajita, that's the funniest shit. For the fajita, they're like, can I get another pancake for this? I'm like, what? What do you mean a pancake? They're
White
like,
people, right?
is most of the time it's white people. But they're like, can I get a pancake? I'm like, a pancake. I'm like, man, this is dinner. We don't really do pancakes. We do it for brunch. She's like, no. Like what comes with the fajita, it looks like it's a pancake. I'm like, we don't do pancakes. She's like this, and then she showed me what she was doing. It was a tortilla. I'm like, oh, you mean the tortilla? She's like, yeah, that. I'm like, okay, I'll get you some more. Don't call it a pancake. Like, come on, you know how dumb you sound? It said that. They've called it a wrap. Wrap, I can still give it a pass. Yeah, that I was trying to see it. Then I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but they call the quesadilla a quesadilla. I'm really
I say
hoping.
that a lot of times.
What's that?
Quesadilla.
I say that. Can I get a quesadilla?
Yeah, but you know the how to say it for real. But there's people, bro, that surprisingly really don't know what.
Can I get a taco?
Can I get a taco? What extra queso, please?
Taco.
Ugh, gets me tight.
What's that cream you guys have?
Yo, speaking of like, maybe not cream, but like sauce. So this one time, this one guy, he was ordering his food. All his friends had already ordered, or most of them had ordered. He was like number 4 or 5 out of 6. So he's like, "Can I get an enchilada?" I'm like, "Sure." Like, what kind of beans? He's telling me his beans. I'm like, "Okay, what kind of sauce?" And we have mole, tomatillo, and ranchero. You know. So he's like, "What's the yellow one?" I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, the yellow sauce." I'm like, "We don't have any yellow sauce. None of these come with yellow sauce." She's like, "Yeah, they put it on top of this." I'm like, "The closest thing that we have to yellow is probably the tomatillo, and that's because it's like a light green." It's like, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's and then whatever. And then he's like, "What do you put on a regular enchilada?" I'm like, "Ranchero." He's like, no, that's red, right? I'm like, "Yeah, that's red." He's like, no, I'm telling you, there's yellow. I'm like, "Sir, there is no yellow sauce. We have no yellow sauce." And then he's like, "Yes, there is. I've been coming here for years." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So tell me what the yellow sauce is called, because I've been working here for years and there's no yellow sauce." And then his friend's like, "Just give him the red. Give him the red." So whatever. So he gets the red sauce and he brings it to me and I bring it out. He's like, "See, I told you there's yellow sauce. This is the yellow sauce." I'm like, "Sir, that is melted cheese on top of your enchilada. That is not sauce." And he looked like a clown in front of all his friends, bro. That was the funniest shit. He was talking about the cheese, the melted fucking cheese.
Sir, that is cheese.
Yo, he didn't look at me after that, bro. He felt just like embarrassed. Like, yeah, it's stupid.
No.
There was that time. And then the funniest part, something funny too, is when I'm like, "Oh, how do you want your steak cooked?" He's like, they're like, on the grill. I'm like, "No, yeah, but like, at what temperature?" "Hot." I'm like, "What?" "No, like," and then like someone has to. I think it's only happened like once or twice. Like they're like, "No, like, I'm like, "Do you want it like a little bit of blood, no blood?" He's like, "Why would I want blood in my steak?" So I'm like, "You know what? I'll give it to you well done. Here, take it." But it's sad, dude. I'm like, come on. That was those are dumb times I've had, bro. And then today, some girl came in. No, she was outside and they got cold. She said, "Can I move inside?" I'm like, "Sure, but you have a dog. You can't come in." It's like, "Oh, it's a service animal. Legally, we're not allowed to ask for documents that it's a service animal." So we're like, "Okay, I'm taking your word for it." So we're bringing her inside, and it's like, "Oh, can I have that table?" And it was like a big booth, you know. And then I'm like, but I was attending another customer, so the hostess, she was telling me, like, she's like, "Can I sit them there?" I'm like, "No, yeah, I don't know. You can put them here." But I think I kind of said no, like pretty like, yeah, no, like can't keep them there. But then I started mumbling, and I guess I was walking away, so she didn't hear it. And then she was like, "Oh, we can't sit you there." It's like, "Why?" It's like, "Because that's meant for bigger parties, blah blah." And then the girl, she's like, "Yeah, but there's little." In her defense, she's right too. She's like, there was literally like maybe 3 people in the restaurant inside. And then she's like, "Yeah, but we're closing and blah blah." She's like, "Yeah, so why can't we sit here?" So she was in the right a lot. So I do take the blame, but I'm just like, bro, like, why are you being? First, I know that dog is not a service animal. Usually have the vest or something. It's not, because the dog was eating chips off the floor. Service dogs don't eat chips off the floor. 2, you're moving inside. Be happy with the hell that we're giving you, bro. You can't like stop being so like snobby about where you're sitting. But whatever, they were a pain in the ass, and I know the hostess had like a little sour taste in their mouth after that. I had a sour taste in my mouth. I kind of felt like damn, I should have just said yes, but it is what it is. But just people are just annoying sometimes. I hate some people, and a lot of the times it's white people. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of different people that get me tight, bro. So many people.
So So if you blame them, why'd you buy that really red hat that you
She was about to say the
have?
R word.
The
Instant
red
regret.
hat.
Wow. Yo, Diego, how's the weather?
Yo, bro, I'm at the beach, man. It's nice out. Got my sunglasses on, you
Where are
know.
you, in Florida?
No, I'm in Long Beach.
Can you run to the waves?
Nah, because then my headphones will fall off.
Well, take them off.
No, bitch. Yeah, nah, bro.
Oh, man.
People are just crazy. Like it's you'd be surprised. Like I feel like until you work like a retail job, or at least a restaurant job, or
A
I don't
job
know,
with
just
people.
no, well, a job with like okay when I was doing the social work job, that was like I was working with. I guess would that be corporate? Would you consider that like a corporate job in a way?
I would say that's like a white collar job. No,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Or blue collar?
no.
collar?
Blue collar
Yeah.
is restaurants and retail.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like that's blue collar.
Okay.
White collar is like
Blue.
offices and shit. So
Yeah.
technically that was an office, but I feel like in that one, again, that one, I was working with people that had like the same. They knew what they were talking about, I think, and so you didn't really get a whole bunch of weird situations. But when you're working outside of like, that corporate environment, that's where it's just like, whoa, people are really stupid. I know in
Oh
retail,
my god.
there's a lot of that, and in the restaurant business.
Tell me how for like there used to be like this customer that would come always, right? And she would always we had like this nail polish section in the
Mhm.
front of the store, and we would have like, you know, the testers, right? So she would come in like once a week or something, and she would like use the nail polish remover and like paint her nails a different color every single time.
What the fuck?
And there was this one time where I actually had to help her paint her whole nails. Yeah, it was just really weird. Like she was just like,
What the
here,
hell?
and then I was like, okay. And then you just see me there painting her nails. My manager didn't say anything, so I'm like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And then one time she bought a nail polish. She came back a week later. It was like halfway like empty
Used,
already. And then she was like, yeah, I want my money back. Like I don't like this color. So why did you use like half of the nail
Yeah,
polish
what the hell?
if you don't like it? Yeah, we gave her money anyway.
You did?
So, yeah, we had to. So I was like, this is not for me. Mm-mm.
How'd you quit?
How'd I quit?
Yeah.
I'm very
quit?
like, yeah, I was just like, here's my 2 weeks. That's it.
Nice.
I'm a very calm quitter.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Mhm.
You want to know how I quit Toys R Us?
How'd you quit?
Yeah.
Oh, I know how'd you quit. Well, tell it.
So it was New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. It was Christmas Eve, and you know, Christmas Eve, the whole family throws a big party, and you're like, yes. And they called me into work. They're like, yeah, you don't have to work that long. You got to work from, what was it, like maybe 5 to 8? I want to say, I don't remember. But I get in. Well, okay, now I remember. My shift was from 5 to 8. It was a 4-hour shift. I got there. I go 2 hours into my shift. The guy, my supervisor, he goes, hey, do you mind staying till 11? We're kind of short staff. I'm like, I really can't say no because I'm going to get paid time and a half, I think, for the
Nice.
holiday. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Okay. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. He's like, yeah. Plus, we get to like, oh, you get to hang out with the rest of us. I'm like, yeah, cool. You guys are cool. We crack our jokes here and there. And I'm working, and it's 11. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm about to leave. It's almost, if I clock out now, I can make it home in like 20 minutes. And I call my dad. I was like, hey, can you pick me up? I'm about to leave work. And then it's 11 o'clock. I go up to my supervisor. He's like, can I leave? He goes, did you clean up your area? I was like, yeah. And then we take a walk around. I'm like, he goes, I don't know. It doesn't look good to me. I'm like, then I'm like, what are you talking about? Literally everything's the way it's supposed to be. He's like, he comes to me, he goes to the side, we're like, it looks good to me, but my boss doesn't like it. I'm like, here we go again.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, so what do you want me to do? And then I'm like, he goes, yeah, we gotta clean this up again, this, and this. And I literally was there for like another 2 hours.
Oh my
So
god.
I was like, I called my dad, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. He goes, just stay home. He goes, okay, sure. And then it's like maybe 11:30. And then one of my coworkers, he goes, man, this is bullshit. I should be home right now. And I'm like, yo, me too. I should have been home like 2 hours ago. And he's like, bro, Direz, I'm about to quit. And then I'm like,
you do it, I do it.
You do it, I do it. And I thought he was serious. He wasn't serious.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight. He wasn't serious. He goes, yeah, bro, Direz about to quit. And then I'm like, yo, me too. And I had my work shirt on, and then I'm like, no, this is it. Screw this. I take it off and I throw it across the room, and I think the supervisor sees it. They don't say anything, but they saw me take it off, throw it out. And then I'm like there, but I'm still doing my job. I'm still cleaning. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of this job. And then I guess I was upset. I was like this the whole time, like mad. And like, hey, you can go. I was like, really? I can leave? He goes, yeah, go. And my mood gets like clock out. And then I go. I'm like, oh, it's 1 a.m. No wonder I could go home.
Yeah,
Wow.
everything's over. You missed out on all the festivities.
Yeah. So then I go home. I'm mad. I'm like, I really just missed Christmas.
Yeah. That's
I go
bullshit.
home. I get home. And then they're like, are you mad? I was like, I really missed the holidays with y'all. I was really looking forward to Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, all right, but we saved all your tus regalos. And then I'm like, oh, it's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah. Opening it up with the family and shit.
And then what is it? The next day it's Saturday, day after Christmas. Because I remember that Christmas was on a Friday. I get a call. And then it's from HR, and they're like, "Hey, Jesus, can you come into work today?" And I'm like, "No, I'm busy. I'm not a state. I was in my room."
Nice.
I was like, "Sorry, I'm out of state." And then I'm like, "Little dude, no, I just quit."
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then I was like, maybe because that's what time where I still had physical checks.
I still have physical checks.
Yeah. And I already made a statement. I'm like, I'm not coming back here ever again.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life, I'm not coming back. And then my mom goes, "Te pagaron?" I was like,
oh shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have a paycheck to pick up. They're like, you should grab it. I was like, nah, I already made a statement. I can't go back. And she's like, no, go. You have this. Your money. You probably make good money. I was like, it's just a couple. I don't need it. I already made my point. I already have a better job. But I don't think I had a job at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then she's like, oh, no, you get it. And then I waited like 4 months.
And then you went to go pick it up?
And then I went to go pick it up.
They still had it?
They still had it. They had 2 checks of mine.
What the hell? I thought they would mail it.
No, apparently not. But I made it sneaky because I walked in because I was like, I'm not going to show my face to the supervisor and the other supervisors. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sneak my way through to the register where they usually hand out the checks. And then I go up to one of the cashiers who has it. And then I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up a check. And he goes, name? She goes, name. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Jesus. She starts looking through all the checks. And then she's like, oh, yeah, here. And then she's like, oh, wait, here's another one. I was like, what's this? 2 checks. I was like, oh, 2 checks.
Say less.
Say less. And then I walk out. But then I see one of my old supervisors. So I'm like, and I have my hoodie on. I put it up. I go like this, and I start walking as fast as I can out of the store.
Oh, yeah, get out of there. That's a
And then
smart way
maybe
to
I'll-
quit. Just not show up. I mean, that's smart. That's an aggressive but good way to quit. Because sometimes fuck that.
Yeah. And then it was cool. I shouldn't have quit like that, but I was 17.
You missed out on Christmas.
Yeah, so I missed
Yeah.
out on the one days I actually like to spend time with family.
That's pretty frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was funny. The way I quit Taco Bell was also funny. The story of me quitting Taco Bell wasn't that bad,
Yeah.
but it was. I thought thinking about it now, it's funny.
What
Like,
happened? What'd you do?
It was. I had recently got an internship at where I'm working out now,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, so I only work Taco Bells on the weekends. I could do this my internship because it was a full-time thing, weekdays, and then just go Taco Bell during the weekends.
Right.
And I was talking about it to my the cashier next to me, my buddy, my friend,
Yeah.
and he was like, oh, he's like, damn, you got a really good job. And I think minimum wage was maybe like $10 an hour back then. And then I was like, yeah, it's a really good job. They pay me above minimum wage. I'm like,
Yeah.
how much do they pay you? And they're like, oh, it was like $16 an hour. He goes, oh, bro,
Yeah.
that's really good for an internship. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, so are you gonna work that job and work here? I was like, that sounds like what I'm gonna do, but I don't know.
You might just stay over there.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll tell the boss man if I could just get the summer off. So I want to do the internship and relax on the weekends.
Right.
And then and then I guess a week or two passes by, and I'm working again. And then the manager comes up to me. He goes, I heard you had an internship. I was like, oh yeah, who told you? And he was like, oh yeah, I heard around that you got an internship and it pays really well. I was like, yeah. And he goes, so were you ever gonna tell me anyways? I was like, huh?
What the fuck?
Yeah. He's like, this is gonna affect your work schedule. I was like, really wasn't. I was like, I only work here on the weekends.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, it's not like that. I'm like, I mean, I see you got time right now. We're not busy. He's like, all right, let's talk about it. We
Right.
start talking about it. He's like, yeah, it's a good opportunity for me to grow.
Oh, you told. Okay. Right.
Yeah, so this is me having the conversation. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's a really good opportunity for me to grow and in the business field. And he goes, I'm gonna tell you a story. He's like, hey, I have a business degree and I'm still working here.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, he's like, if you get your business degree, don't get your hopes up too high. Because you'll probably still be working here instead of out there. Look at me, I'm 26 years old. I don't have a career job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a corporate job, because
Yeah.
it's a job. But and then he's like, I'm like, it's an internship, it's a good opportunity for me. And he's like, yeah, I'm just telling you, just so just because you're getting this internship, don't expect too much for it. You're gonna still
You're still gonna
here.
be here. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
downplaying whatever you're.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're still gonna be, because I'm still here. Chances are you're still gonna be here. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? He's like, I was like, just because you're still here is because you haven't, maybe you applied to jobs and you didn't get it, but that's that's on you. But I'm gonna use my opportunity to make connections, get to know
Yeah.
people to work there.
And familiarize yourself with the field
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
And then they're like, he's like, I don't know. So he's like, so how's this gonna affect your work schedule now? It's like, it really isn't. It's just I'm gonna be working here on the weekends and I do my other job.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. And yeah, so like I'm like, are we done? And he's like, no, we're still not done. I still gotta talk to you for a few more about some things.
Okay.
And he's like, he just keeps like he's trying to convince me not to take it.
Yeah.
because he's like, yeah, because I was kind of hoping you. He's like, I was kind of hoping you
move up here.
Yeah, and then you get more hours, and you still make your money.
Yeah.
You make good money here, and I'm like, honestly, it's not about the money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if it's about the money, I'll tell you, hey, can I get more hours?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine working 2 days a week.
Yeah.
As an 18-year-old, making what, like $200.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, all right. He's like, I don't know. Let's talk again in 2 weeks. I'll give you 2 weeks for your internship. I'm like, I don't know why you're trying to
You're trying to keep me here.
Yeah, like take me away from I get you guys are a close group of people. You guys don't really hire people.
Yeah.
Because they're very picky with the people they hire.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I got hired was because I knew someone who used to work there, and they recommended me to replace them.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks pass by, and I'm doing really good. I'm coming excited to work. He's like, oh. And then 2 weeks later, he comes up to me. He's like, hey, you look more happy. He's like, what? The job you have, isn't that what you hoped for? Your internship? I was like, no, I'm like quite the opposite. I love it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm making way
more money.
Yeah, the amount I make here in 2 weeks, I make there in 2 days.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so what? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. He's like, this is gonna affect your job here. I was like, you see me in a better mood. I'm talking to customers, having small, chit chat here and there with
so
people.
It's somewhat affecting it in a positive way.
Yeah, so it's like I'm working my social anxiety out of the thing.
Right.
And he's like, all right. And then during my internship, I talked to the executive, and he's like, and he's like, I know you have no experience in this job, but I really hope these 6 weeks you have with us brings you knowledge, and whatever job you have now, at least you have some experience on whatever things you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I sit down, I was like, hey, to be honest with you, I really like this job. I like the industry. I could see myself working here for a while. He's like, and he was happy. He was like, oh, really?
Yeah, that's great to hear.
That's great to hear. It's like, how can we help? How can I help you? How can we help you to get to where you need to be to maybe one day work with us? I was like, I don't know, just keep showing me what I got to do.
Yeah.
And then I made friends with everyone in the area, in the field, the field I was working in.
Yeah.
And then one of them, he was an assistant project manager, and he comes up to me. He's like, hey, I know your internship's about to end soon. Why don't you ask to get extended? And then he's like, typically they don't extend it, but
it's worth a shot.
Yeah. So then I go to HR. I go all the way. I used to work in Brooklyn. The office I was at, it was in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Took the train to the city, to where I am now. And I had a nice half an hour talk with HR. And then they're like, you know what? You've seen the work you've done as a person who has nothing, no knowledge.
Yeah.
We're willing to extend it for you. So then they're like, hey, maybe a couple of days later, I get an email. And they're like, congratulations, we've accepted your offer has been extended for another month. So
nice.
So I go up to Taco Bell, and he's like, and I go and my manager, he's like, oh, so your internship's over.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Can you work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday? I'm like, I really can't. He's like, why? He's like, they gave me an extension on my internship. And he was mad. He was pretty mad with it.
Yeah.
He's like, when were you going to tell me? He's like, I literally found out today. I was about to tell you right now.
Yeah.
And then he's like, now I have to change the whole schedule. I'm like, so you were just telling me, instead of asking me to work,
you were basically telling me you're working.
Yeah. And then he goes, well, I just, that's how it works. I have to make sure. I was like, no. It's like I don't mind working. I'll work those days, but I can come in at like 6 or 7. He's like, okay, fine. So I come in. I finish my internship at 5, and then I take the train uptown to Manhattan, and then I'm just there. No, sorry, to Brook. I went from Manhattan, from uptown Manhattan, not to all the way to Brooklyn.
Okay.
And
Ooh,
then it's a long ass trip. That
that's
A,
a long trip.
the A train. I hate the A train.
I would imagine it's a pain.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay. So I do the thing. I get there, and then that same day I go up to. We used to have a WhatsApp chat.
Yeah.
So because that's where they would post that's where I would be able to talk to the manager. And then I was like, hey, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him my 2 weeks.
Nice.
And then he goes, and then I was like, all right, do this week, and then I could do next week. But then I guess I miswrote it. Because when he texted me back and he goes, I'm really disappointed in you. You know, this is very unprofessional. You should at least give him 2 weeks. Now I really have to find someone else to take your shifts for this week.
Yeah.
It's like next time don't do this. If I was you, I would never do this again. And then I'm like, huh? I literally said I put, hey, sorry man, I don't think I can work after this next 2 weeks. The internship is doing really well, and I got extended for another month. He says, yeah. I guess I misread it or miswrote it, or he just misread it. And I was like, oh, okay. He just took me out of the schedule, and I stopped working there, like right away.
What the hell?
Yeah. Like the end of the shift, that was my last day.
Yeah, that's so stupid. What the hell?
Yeah, and then he's like, good luck getting a job. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm in. And what year was this?
2017.
Hey, look at you now. Are you still in that job? And you
Yeah.
went, and then you had so many like adventures with it.
Yeah. Like let's say it was 2017, and then I didn't have a job for a full year because I was still looking, but I did not want to go back to retail or like fast food. So I kept applying to like entry-level jobs because I had some experience with the internship. And then one day it was convenient because I got lucky. I had to drop off something at the same building that the internship was at.
Yeah.
Ran into my old boss's assistant.
Yeah.
Like it's weird how that thing works. But he's like, yeah, you know what? We're looking for jobs. You're looking for employees, and I know you don't have the degree, but you used to work here, and you know we know you did a good job. You showed interest in the field, and we can get you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
To be with us on the long run. I was like, wow, I really got lucky.
Yeah.
You know, like,
that's good, bro. You proved them wrong. You proved them wrong.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Hell yeah. Fuck that.
So my goal one day is to go back there and be like,
yo, but you're still here? I'm not, and I got a real job now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a suit and tie.
Facts.
I'm like, yeah, can I get a chalupa? And be like, where's your manager?
Put it on my tab.
The one thing I do miss from working fast food, those discounts. Oh.
I would imagine that's just on.
Yeah, I used to have a friend who'd be like, yo, you work at Taco Bell since when? And I'm like, oh, it's been a while. He's like, yo,
hold it down.
Yeah, can I come for food? He's like, yeah, I can take my break and we can get like half full meals for half the price. He says, nice. Let's go. So he'll come see me once in every few weeks.
That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of perks.
They're perks, but then they don't like weigh the good stuff or the bad stuff. It gets outweighed.
And like you said, dude, it's never really about like the money. It's more about like just being happy and what you're doing. Yeah. I dropped a perfectly good paying state-run job, dude. Great.
You were happy.
Did not like they were paying me a lot. And I'm like, okay. And I think about it, like, it might have been a stupid thing to do. But damn, like, I feel when I dropped it and then the restaurant picked me up with just everything was timed nicely.
Yeah,
I dropped it. The week after, restaurant called me up, and then after that, restaurant gave me a week's worth of shit. I'm like, all right, I'm back. I'm back at the workforce.
It's like it was meant to happen.
Yeah.
Fate didn't mess around.
Sometimes I do wonder, I'm like, what if I didn't leave that other job? You know, like,
but it'd be stressful.
Yeah.
You'd be like how you were for those 3 months?
Four months, bro. I was like, out of here.
Yeah, I hate this job. The only good thing about my job that
is the money and the remote. Yeah,
the remote and the fact that I could Discord chat with my boys.
That was so fun.
That was a good time.
Like, not gonna lie, bro. Like, sometimes when I think about my past experience in working, like that. Like, I know it was 4 months, and it was a heavy job, but I skip it. Like, I'm like, I don't feel like that. That time was just such a weird time for me. Such a like random ass like little chapter, like restaurant lockdown, and then
lockdown was a different type of vibe.
Lockdown, I was working while playing Animal Crossing. I was getting paid for that.
Yo, my favorite thing is my job would start at 8. And then I'd be waking up at 9. I'd be like, oh, I gotta go to work. And you just relax. It was very calm. But I would still have to go to the office.
Yeah, but that's when you said the streets were empty.
Yo, weird. But yeah, like, jobs come and go.
Jobs come and go.
I say it's easy. It's easy to get a job. It's not easy to get a job, but you can get a job if you really want.
It's easy. Well, it's definitely like getting a job overall it can be difficult, but there's a lot to choose from. Getting a job in what you want, and it's not like at you, it's like in general idea. Like, getting a job in what you want is like you either need the experience or like it's real hard. Like, the restaurant was nice and all, dude, but I'm a music guy, and if working in Spotify or Apple Music and all that seems kind of tough, and I don't have experience in that, so it's hard. Even with a degree, they're gonna ask for experience.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you know what? As long as you know someone in whatever you want to do, hopefully you'll meet some like producer one day.
Facts. Come on, pull up to the restaurant, hold it down.
Yeah, and then you play. You just need. I've been preaching this, but all you need is one chance to show what you can do.
There's this guy. I haven't seen him in a while though. There's this guy whose cousin works with Sony Music, I think, and he goes there. He works with the guy works with a company when he works there. Again, his cousin works with Sony, I think. Sony or something else, but I know it's a record label. I'm like, fuck, I gotta give in my demo or something. That's like, I gotta hand that in.
Yeah. I had a doctor whose husband was what do you call that? He worked at Univision.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as I forgot what it was, but it was like marketing or something.
Oh,
but like it was the thing where you meet celebrities and you book them.
I think that's A&R, maybe.
You think so? Maybe whatever that was.
I forgot. Artists, or that's what they call it in music. Artists and repertoire. Probably public relations.
There you go.
Could
PR.
Yeah.
Worked at public relations. I was like, whoa, damn, you must meet a lot of famous people.
Yeah. That sounds so cool. I would love to do that. That's what I was in a major in originally, but then it would fall under the media studies major, PR. But it would fall under the major of media studies, and I don't really think I can go far with a media studies major. But sociology falls into PR because these are talking about to people.
Does that also work for HR?
Yeah, I think it's more for HR though.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I might be wrong. I might just be making a fool out of myself.
But you have your degree, so it's all good.
Facts. Use it once, never use it again.
As long as you make out of it, you're good.
Facts. I got the title. I'm gonna get it tatted here. I'm like, I have degree.
You have your PhD.
Public high school diploma. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's gonna wrap it up for this episode though. It was fun, bro. There's just so much And the stories are not gonna stop. I'm sure that you're gonna get a whole bunch of new stories, and
I got it. I work a corporate level job.
still, bro, you're gonna get something. And I know Jenny and Matute, who have disappeared, are gonna get some sort of different experiences too. And mine is also just Cinco de Mayo's next week, and I'm not looking forward to that.
A lot of drunk people.
A lot of drunk people, a lot of people, dude. It gets so crazy.
It gets full.
Full. We have lines to get in.
Oof.
Yeah, but we're gonna maximize outdoor seating that day. See what happens.
Yeah, didn't they increase like to 50% or
50.
something?
Mm-hmm. But it's social distancing, so it's hard to do it without spreading the tables. But it should be fun. I feel it'll be cool.
Yeah, it should be cool. It looks fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna probably cry that day. This is how busy it's gonna get.
It's gonna be fun for them, not for you.
Yeah, facts. I'm like, no, let me go.
Yo, watch someone get COVID.
I'm gonna super kick somebody if someone has COVID.
That day going with gloves, double mask.
Yeah, like have the visor that yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how I'm gonna have to, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Like, and then you go with your temperature thing. You're like, yeah, I have to read your temperature, but you're like 4 feet away.
I'll be like,
yeah, you're clear. Good.
okay.
Here's the hand sanitizer.
Now get out my face. Yeah.
That is tough. Good luck. I wish you luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
But it's
And
fun. Your job seems fun.
most of the time. Most of the time. When it comes to the music, it's always a party.
Yeah. Like that one guy who's like, yo, who plays this music?
That's me. That's fun. That's the highlight of my job. But yeah, we're running out of time. So definitely for the next episode, we're gonna have something else. We'll probably do, I don't know, we'll see what we do. We go day by day. All right. Whoever's listening, whoever's watching, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week, probably. Yeah.